Hey guys, Adam here from the Tint Academy. We'll do a quick tutorial on fixes. So you always want to make sure that you have perfect window tint. This business has your name on it, so it's about your business name and not actually about the tint. You want to make sure it's perfect before that customer comes and picks up that vehicle. Now there's 4 major issues that can happen with your tint. You get fingers either at the bottom or the side, you get creases like we see here, or get dirt or specks and contamination. Now when you're tinting a car, you want to do the entire vehicle. Once you do the entire vehicle, you do your inspections and your fixes. This is where we're gonna actually fix and get rid of those issues. Now, a 5th common issue that we typically see is hair. If you wear clothes that attracts a lot of hair, or you're working with a car with a lot of dogs and loose hair, hair is one of those fixes that we recommend to redo that window because no one wants to see hair in their car tint. Now, just a quick overview, then we'll take you through a quick demonstration of how to actually make these fixes. If you have fingers on the bottom, that means 2 reasons. First reason, you didn't shrink it well enough. Second reason, you have that behind the seal and it's pushing that slip solution back up into the film. You want to do the entire car before you come and start pushing out those excess fingers so you don't bring dirt back up into the window. Now with fingers on the bottom, we're gonna add heat for 3 seconds on the exact finger. Now obviously this car here, we have a finger coming from the side. When we have fingers on the side, we want to add heat for 5 seconds on the outside of the car, then take our hard card and push it in. Now if we have dirt or specks, we want to use this tool called a chisel. We'll actually chisel out those dirt specks. 2 things are going to happen. You'll either have dirt or it's going to be excess water or humidity. Water and humidity will be clear, which will dry. Dirt will be white specks in the film, or we can actually chisel it out. And the 4th and final issue we're gonna have is creases. Either if you handle the film insecurely or you just put your squeegee over top it, causing a crease. If it's a small enough crease, we can get it out with this chiseler. So once I've done the entire car, I'm gonna do my inspections. Now typically the rules are if you stand 6 feet away from the car, it's a pass. In the Tint Academy, we suggest 2 to 3 feet away from the car. When your customers pick up the vehicle, typically gonna put their face right up to the vehicle and check everything out. So I've done my entire car. This is our driver window here, and we're gonna inspect it. I always come right up into that customer zone at 2 to 3 feet, and I inspect my window. Now I have a couple dirt specks, so I'll chisel those out. I have a side finger here, which will add my heat to the outside and push in, and I have a finger here. So we just talked about the 4 corrections we're gonna make. The first one we're gonna make is a side finger here. Typically we see this on Mercedes and BMWs, where it's really tight in these side seals. So remember, we can only shrink factory edge to factory edge. When it's a side finger here, I'm gonna take my heat gun for 5 seconds on the outside of the glass. With my white hard card, I'm gonna push that finger in so it settles down. You may need to do this 2 or 3 times until that finger settles down and comes out. If you find you have too much slip solution, you can place a paper towel around your triangle card and try to absorb as much of that slip solution out of that window as possible. So the next issue we're gonna have is fingers at the bottom. Now there's 2 issues because it's, like we talked about, wasn't shrunk well enough or it's stuck behind that seal. If that's shrunk well enough, I had a little bit of heat. Now we have to be careful on this panel here because it burns really easily. Sometimes I'll place a towel over the top here or I'll spray with my slip solution. If we have a finger popping up here, if I see that finger has soap suds in it, that means that this seal across the bottom is too tight, putting pressure on that film, driving that slip solution back up. If that's the case, I can take a paper towel, wipe it around my card, and absorb as much of that slip solution as possible. This finger though, I can tell there's no slip solution in that finger. It's just I didn't shrink it well enough. My squeegee pattern didn't follow the pattern we showed you in previous videos. So take my heat gun, 3 seconds, pull it right away, turn it off, and press down to get rid of that finger. So next thing we're talking about is creases and dirt. So a little bit of dirt is okay, but you want to minimize that with your cleaning and a proper installation. But stuff does happen, you can get dirt in that film. As soon as I were to take away that liner, it acts as a static friction that just sucks everything up. Your tool here is going to be this little chiseler. Now dirt, I want to place that dirt over, or that chiseler over top that dirt and literally chisel it out and squeeze it out. So I have a small piece of dirt here, take my chiseler, going back and forth and chiseling it out, then push it out to the closest spot. Next one is gonna be creases. Creases is like this line in my hand. It can be for poor film handling or just going too rough with your squeegee during the installation process. So if I have a big crease, I may wanna redo that piece of film. Typically in our courses, if it's taking you about more than 1.5 to 2 minutes to get that crease out, you wanna redo that entire film. Film is very sensitive, it can cause a lot of issues. These are for smaller creases that could be coming here. So with the crease, if I look at the line of my hand, take my chiseler, coming down about a 45-degree angle, going soft over the crease and breaking it up. If your crease is stubborn, we can add a little bit of heat to it as well. So you can see there's a crease right here. I'm gonna take my chiseler, going vertically over top of that crease until it comes out, then push it out across here. Thank you for watching our videos. We hope you learned some information out of those videos that you just watched. Now our job is to be one of the top leaders of education in window tinting across Canada. We have courses running monthly from Vancouver to Halifax. Visit www.tint.academy for all our course list.
What is this love and what? You know that I love and got it fucking me raw. You know I ain't with it, never did it before. He got me all in my feelings, now he got you on yours. Ooh, it's like that. He ain't never leaving, no, he coming right back. I bet that he need it, cause your teeth gon' bite back. And you don't want nobody else hitting like that.